All right. So today I want us to focus on something very powerful and something, it is not, it is one of the things that Bryan Tracy handled under one of the laws, but I want to teach it independently. I am teaching it independently because this is something that changed my life. It may have been something that you have heard somewhere or something that you started doing and you stopped doing it. But my wish is that after this particular thing that I want to teach, may everybody start practicing that from now henceforth, right? Because it is so powerful and practice it. I've been doing it for the last 11 years in my life. I still do it today. I did it yesterday. I did it last week. I did it last month. I did it last year. I did it and I will keep on doing it till I get old and I die because it is so powerful. It is so, uh, 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 um, it is both spiritual and it is both professionally powerful for you to rise in whatever you do. It is so universally strong that people who do it based on research have confirmed that this is how their lives have been able to advance and go to the next level because of this simple but yet very powerful activity. So today I want us to focus on the power of writing down your goals, the power of writing down your daily goals, the power of writing down your weekly goals, the power of writing down your monthly goals, and the power of writing down your yearly goals. And the yearly goals will remind you about our retreat, 2022 retreat that we had in December to prepare us for this year. And you will remember the 12 month growth action plans. And the mentees will know why there are some exercises that I give them around this and I charge them. And those who are not consistent with the particular weekly exercise, you now understand why sometimes I can be furious when you don't do it. I'm not furious because you are doing it for me. I am not furious because you're paying me to do that to you. I'm doing it because I get angry like that. This is something that I know the power of it. If you can just do it every day for 5 years, you can do it every day for 2 years, your life will be tremendously advanced to the next level. Because when you do that, you are bringing in forces, unknown and even known forces to support you in manifesting your destiny. Success is beyond what we see. It's just beyond what people talk about. There are a lot of different elements that contribute to your atmosphere or to your ecosystem that finally engineers your incredible success. And sitting down and creating time, it could be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 hours, whatever time that you can dedicate to create specific powerful goals for the day, for the week, for the month. It is so powerful. That's why the basic principle of human action is that everything you do is aimed at improving your life in some way. This should be the basic principle of our daily living. Everything you do today, like for example, if you are in this call right now, or you're watching this video later, and if it is not aimed at improving your life, don't do it. You are already missing out on the basic principle of human action. That's why when any mentee tells me, okay, I want to travel. So one of the next questions I always tell them is, tell me, okay, why are you traveling? Is it important? Tell me specifically why you're traveling. I know a mentee, I refuse not to go for memorial service in the village. I refuse him, you are not going. At the end, and when I refused, that's when he told me that the money he borrowed 700,000 francs because the family put him under pressure to do that. So he called the family and said, I refuse. That you're not bringing the money and you're not coming. And guess what? He did not go. And that pressure was, you're putting a young man who is just 25 years old under unnecessary pressure to do things that will not advance in life in any way, just to show off sometime or show off the family in the village. What arrant nonsense is that? And then he comes back and is stranded in Douala, struggling to survive. That's nonsense. I told him, okay, if you cannot give me specifically why you're going for this memorial service, you're not going. And there are some things I tell you as a mentor, you disobey. There's not of me mentoring you or you claiming to be my mentee you cannot respect. Of course, oh, it's all right. We part ways, as simple as that, right? But that single action alone changed his life for the year, because he would have ended up being in unnecessary bondage, especially financially. Meanwhile, he's just trying to run a stable business as a young person in a city like Douala. But because that singular action he wanted to take was not in alignment with the basic principle of human action, which states that everything that you do, anything and everything that you do, is aimed at improving your life in some way. So this morning, as I even set up today, this morning, those things that you plan to do, check if you are respecting the basic principle of human action. Are all of them aimed at improving your life in some way? If not, don't do it. Go and sit and read your book. Go and sit and clean your house. Do something different. Don't do it. And that's the power of goal setting. That's the power of writing down your goals. Every action of yours is guided by a purpose of some kind, whether unclear purpose or clear purpose. Every action of yours, every action of mine is guided by a purpose of some kind. The only reason I'm doing day session, this is going to be more than 15 days of morning sessions, for example. You guys are not paying me to do this, really, right? But it's guided by a purpose. There's a purpose driving this to be done. You are listening, being part of the morning session, not because you don't like to sleep. You're putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation to leave your comfortable bed, to listen and to take down notes so you can practice them. There is a purpose for doing that, and which is very important in your human journey or in your success salvation journey. One of the factors that governs each of our actions is our desire to be better off than we would have been in the absence of our actions. One of the major things that govern us as human beings is the desire to be better off. We all want to be better off. We want to someday live in a better house, have a better job, have a better salary, have a better income, have a better car, have a better family, have better shoes and better dresses and better everything. That desire alone governs our actions and the goals that we take. And one incredible truth, one remarkable truth is that you always seem to achieve the goals you set for yourself. Do you notice that? Have you ever noticed that anytime you really sit and really set down goals, write them down, and really commit yourself for that, okay, you know what, this is what I'm going to do, you always end up doing it? Then have you also noticed that the days you don't set goals on anything, don't really achieve anything significant? The day you're just aimless, you don't have any plan, you don't have any concrete plan, you are just there. You're just there like that. You end up doing nothing that is significant. And that's why it's good to understand that your mind contains a cybernetic goal-setting mechanism. Once you have programmed a target or a desire into your subconscious mind, your subconscious and your superconscious minds take on a power of their own, which seems to both drive and steer you inevitably towards the attainment of your goal, whatever it is. That's the power of writing it down. Immediately you sit down, conceive a goal, you write it down in a smart way, in a specific way. This goal-setting mechanism in your mind, this subconscious and superconscious minds that God created you and deposited into you automatically take that power. That's why there are sometimes when you set the goal, when you sleep, you dream about it. Right? When you sleep, you see things like there are goals that I personally, when I set goals like speaking engagement goals, there are goals I have long-term goals that I want to speak in front of 100,000 people and all of these things. So when I see them. It's because the mind automatically start engineering on them. And there was sometimes when you set goals, you wake up in the morning or even the middle of the night. There are times I wake up in the middle of the night and I type things on my phone. Like you're sleeping, but your mind is engineering ideas and strategies. Meanwhile, you're sleeping. You get up in the middle of the night, you're writing something down. Some people may not understand what is happening. Maybe you're mad or you're sleepwalking, whatever. But no, there is something engineering the ideation behind the scenes. As I always say, your mind is a tool. Give it a job. If you don't give your mind a job, it will not function at its best. And one of the best ways to give your mind a job is to write down goals. That's why a research proves that it is good to write down your goals for the next day before you go to bed. Do you know why? Because when you go to bed and your mind is resting, your subconscious mind and superconscious mind can be engineering the best possibilities of getting that thing done. That is why I remember when you were in school, or even now, even me like right now, when I'm working on a strategic document for a client and I get stuck, my mind is stuck, sometimes I leave it and I go to bed. And when I get off of bed, that same document that I was finding it so difficult to work on, to complete, I finish it at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in less than 30 minutes. What is the difference? I'm sure some of you might have experienced that. Like the previous evening, like the previous evening, you are working on something, or let's say you were studying, for example, like those days we were in school, you're trying to solve a math equation, an accounting equation, reading something you're not understanding. But that's something that you were not understanding or comprehending. You sleep and you wake up, you get it sorted out. Has it ever happened to somebody like that?
Yes, Doc, several times.
Good. So
Yes,
why do you think that happened? That is some magical stuff there happening, right? And that's why it's so powerful that before you go to bed, it's good to say, okay, what are my top priorities for the next day? What are my top priorities for the next day? When you do that, go to bed. You are giving your spirit, you're giving your mind, you're giving your whole ecosystem a job. Hey guys, this is what we have to do. I like to call sometimes when you hear me talking with my mind and my spirit, feel that we're like 4 of us in the house or in the office. I sometimes say, hey guys, we have to get this done tomorrow before 12 a.m. These guys I'm talking about is my mind, is my spirit, is anything that we contribute plus the laptop. I say, hey guys, we have to get this done tomorrow before this time. And I give it a job like that. And when you go to bed, whether you like it or not, see, one of the most incredible creations, one of the most mind-blowing creations of God is the brain. When you master how your brain works, you always be as if you're 10 steps ahead of it. And these are the kind of things that helps you to understand how your brain works. So make good use of this, okay? This goal-seeking capacity is as natural to us as breathing in and breathing out. The difficulty always lies in your ability to set clear goals in the first place. This is always a challenge. Setting clear goals, like today, like what are you doing clearly? Clear goals means that for today, you know what you're doing at this time, Like if you ask them that, how will my day look like now till 11 p.m., I will give you without blubbing. I will not make or think about it. It's already well clear. I know I have to be up by 3 a.m. By 4 a.m., I have to give you guys, greet you guys in the group, remind you guys to study the book that we're studying. By 5 a.m., I'm having this session. 6 a.m. stopping. 6 to this, I'm doing my physical exercises. This shower, straight to the office. By 10, I'm leaving, traveling. I'm going to Boya for this, speaking in Boya. But it's already well programmed till 11 p.m. Well structured. Every hour, every top of the hour has a goal that must be done. So the devil has no chance. I always say that goal setting kicks the devil out of your life. Oh yes, it does. He has no chance to distract you. He has no chance to confuse you. He has no chance to do anything. Even when he tries to bring bad news, you already have priority. This one is going to wait. Let this bad news wait first. I have many things to get it done. When I do that, I'm done. I'll come and see whatever you are trying to say. That's also a spiritual way of living, because goal setting also amplifies your faith. You're starting the day with this rugged, dangerous faith that you know that these are the things you have to do. Goal setting is faith. Do you guys know that? It is. It is faith. You're committing yourself, you're committing God that, hey, this is what we have to do today. Under grace and hard work, these things must be done. And your faith is so upbeat to get these things done. That's why there are some people that they live life as if they don't have problems. Because problems don't even have time to set in. The devil don't even have a way to penetrate, because their day has no aimlessness in it. Even if it's bringing anything that is bad news, you don't even get your attention, because you already have priorities for the day. Your faith, your spirit, your mind, everything is already well structured to face every top of the hour with a goal and a clear objective. Waking up and facing your day without clear goals is lack of faith. That's what my Bible says. Are we there? So make sure that you always have very clear goals in the first place. This is the first condition. When you learn and practice this critical goal writing skill, you begin to achieve at a higher level almost immediately. Oh yes, I can testify about this. You begin to achieve things at a higher level almost immediately. If you get to see testimonies almost immediately, people begin to feel as if when you touch anything, it becomes gold. People begin to feel like any project you embark on works. There's no project I get back on, I don't get it done. It could be organizing an event, hosting whatever. It's going to work. I'm going to get it done. There's no doubt about it. Because number one, it is a written down goal. That's it. Number two, it has been broken down into phases. Okay, look like they picked the first summits we have that coming up. There was a date for the flyers to be done. There are timelines for the flyers to be shared. There was a date that yes, they were going to pay the horn and do whatever. There's a date for everything done. So there's no space for laziness. There's no space for gaps. There's no space for distraction. It's not permitted. So by default, what starts happening is that you begin to achieve things at a higher level, not an average level, not a mediocre level. Now, mentees, you understand why there are some things I emphasize that you should be doing. Because whether you like it or not, they're charging you, they're setting you up with a particular momentum. And also there are some spiritual action. There are some, I was talking to my mentee 2 weeks ago. I told him, go and do it. Your job is to do it. I have already prayed for it, go and do it, it's going to work. And I need to do your own spiritual action. And your spiritual action I need for me to do is go and take the action under the commands of giving you. Go and do it. And that's what where mentorship comes in there. Sometimes your faith is not enough. Some mentees can testify. Sometimes your faith is not enough. And you just need that push that, okay, go get it done. And sometimes not just empty saying, go get it done. Sometimes I tell you, go get it done and go pray for you behind the scenes. Right? That's the burden of mentorship. Right? Many mentees can testify that, oh, if somebody say something, I just say, go and do it. Just go and do it. Go do it. And boom, they go start doing it, and they start seeing things unraveling gradually, one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. And because sometimes they don't just do it because they already charge them, they already respect this principle or this skill of writing it down, putting it down. It is so powerful professionally, physically, spiritually, personally for you. It has all the benefits for that to happen. You begin to achieve your goals faster and with greater predictability. This is one thing I want to talk about. I was talking to somebody one time and he said, you're always so certain that you're going to succeed. What gives you the audacity to feel like that? right? You're always able to predict. Like what I was telling the mentees one time, there are many of them that I call them certified successful people. Many of them. Some of them I've not told them physically, but some I already told them that, okay, the way you're going to, you already reached that level where I can call you a certified successful person. I can predict your success just based on your pattern, your lifestyle, your commitment. When you just get some key elements sorted out, you're predictable. Nothing can stop you. Both spiritually, physically, nothing can stop you. That's a fact. The world is a world of battles. And when you rise up as a warrior and battle the right way, you will always win. Don't be afraid of anything. You always win. There's a level where you reach it, but you're not afraid of anything because you know that every day you're bringing in your A game. Every day you're bringing in your battle. You're wearing a warrior's mentality, a warrior's attitude. You're setting out to win. This is one thing about this particular activity of writing down your goals. You start achieving your goals faster and you start having greater predictability. There's a mentee who told me that she's no longer depressed that she's a failure. I told her that if this is what you have achieved being a mentee with me so far, then it's one of the greatest achievements actually for me. See, when anybody reaches that level, nothing can stop that kind of human being. There are some young people that you're still afraid that, will I succeed? I could succeed. You start looking for plan B. Like for most women, are like, okay, you know what? Let me just look for a relationship and attach myself to it and see how it will turn out. You start looking for say plans and mediocre plans because you're still doubting, will I make it in this line? Will I not make it? The way things are going right now, will I not? That's already many depression you're entering into life like that. But when you get to a level whereby you have started doing some elements, you're putting in some practice, some magical knowledge and principles into work, and if I reach that level, I didn't even tell her that. She already told me, I said, I'm no longer depressed, that I'm no longer feeling strong. I'm no longer struggling if I will succeed or not. I have this serious confidence, this massive confidence that I am going to make it. I am making it already. And that I'm seeing signs of these things. And then, yes, you have arrived. You have gotten to where I've always wanted to get. You get a point? Now she is predicting her own success. And that is the biggest thing that you can give yourself. You don't need anybody's validation. Not even me, your mentor. You don't need my validation. That you intrinsically, internally, you're already feeling that you are a certified successful person. You are predicting your own success. That is a different realm to arrive in. It sounds simple, but we can look at 55 people are here right now in this call. You will notice that not up to 10% or 20% have arrived at that level. Once in a while, you still have this doubt and near success syndrome thinking affecting you, and you start selling yourself short and having small goals and plan B's and shortcuts here and there. And this one thing that writing down your goals and embarking on them on a daily basis, it brings to that level. To that level. That's what mentees that I used to predict their success before them, and there's something they never used to understand. It's not as, oh, I don't understand why you used to say this. Because they have arrived that part. And sometimes you arrive this level when you start doing some elements, some exercises, some principles. You consistently do it, it now unravels the real you. It now unravels your real personality. It now unravels your real journey. It now starts revealing your real destination based on that. The key of activating the laws of success is for you to become perfectly clear about what it is you want and exactly what it will look like when you have achieved it. Hear this again. The key to activating the laws of success. Remember the word activating. The key to activating the laws of success is for you to become perfectly clear about what it is you want and exactly what it will look like when you have achieved it. The mentees you get, like what we always do every week, that is to set you, before you start the week, I want you to be clear. This is exactly what you want for the week. And you don't just say, this is what I want. You go for that and you give me numbers, so that at the end of the week, you need to know exactly how it will look like. Don't just say that this week I want to increase my income. And so what? Give an amount. Okay, I want to increase my income by making 10,000 francs, 15,000 francs, 50,000 francs. Okay, now that is what it will look like at the end of the week. And even at the end of the week, if you are falling short of it, you have something that you are measuring, whether you are performing at your best or not. Or even you are falling short, you know that, okay, I'm falling short here because of this. These things happen, these things happen. You're not assuming, you're not guessworking your life. I've always said it, told you guys, guesswork will never produce an incredible lifestyle. Writing down your goals and committing yourself to achieve these goals will produce an incredible lifestyle for you. So never forget that. According to some research, less than 3% of adults have clear written goals and detailed plans to achieve them. There was a research that was carried out, and at the end, that research discovered that less than 3% globally. And that's a fact. Like, I would teach all of these things about goal setting like this. Even it's even happening in the mentees group. Out of how many mentees, not up to 15% consistently respect this particular element I give them. Not up to 15%. Someone will do it once a month and go and come back like after 3 months. And you see, I can use my mentorship group and I prove that this thing works. The people that have been consistently respecting this particular weekly exercise I created for the mentees, those have, is there anybody who have been with me for 6 months and above, and I've been doing it consistently every week. If you look at how they have advanced, like how they have advanced steadily. One of the recent amazing testimonies is I think Mariam. Mariam got to me. One of her goals was that she wants to get a job at an international NGO. She's so passionate. I want to love about her is that she's very clear about her career goals. Her desire is to work with an international NGO or work with a global NGO like United Nations and so on. That was her goal. And when she came, she started the mentorship, do the activities and all of that. And in was it 4 months? Is it 4 months, Marion, or 5? 4 months or so, she got her job in Cameroon, right? This thing works spiritually and both physically. Every week, she will, in her goals, say, okay, you know what? This week I'm applying 5 jobs. I'm applying 10 jobs. I am sending applications here. I am writing this document and all of that. Every day she was doing it. And as she's doing that, that's how the universe is attracting this thing to her. I have no doubt that she's going to win United Nations someday. I have no absolute doubt. Or she can be able to get a job with Plan Cameroon. Go Plan Cameroon, one of the biggest NGOs internationally. If she's able to achieve this, UN is not far. I have no doubt about that. I have one of my longest mentees have been with me for 5 years. Six years. And let me tell you something, in these 6 years, he sends me his written goals every Sundays. Every Sundays. That one has never blabbed. He said, I will not let you go until you bless me. He always send that to me, right? He has seen something. He has seen something different. So if somebody can do this, I'm teaching you for 6 years. Me, I've done it since 2010. So there's power in this. But the sad thing is, the things that can change your lives, we don't get to do it. I was asking a mentee, there's a mentee one time. I was asking her, she had done something activities, mentorship activities in general, like for 3 months. So one time, I just reached out to her and said, okay, why have you not been submitting? She said she gave a lot of funny excuses and all of that. Then I asked her a simple question, and I gave her a choice. I said, okay, I want to ask you a question. If you can tell me that since you're not doing all the activities I've sent you, even phase one activities, she has not done it. And I asked her a question. If you have not done all the phase one activities, and even you have never reached phase two, if you can categorically tell me that your life has significantly improved steadily in all areas, you can clearly tell me that, okay, 3 months ago, this is where you were, and now this is where you are. If you can tell me your life has experienced growth steadily, I'll really be happy that that has happened and you can be able to do on your own. So I start having in my mental, in my spirit, because when you accept somebody, it becomes part of your good burden. Yeah, because when you sit, you're thinking about a person. That's one thing. It's not just like it's a burden, a good burden, right? Because you stand, you're thinking about the person. Oh, how is this person doing? And it drains energy. Go and think, okay, how can I serve this person better, and all of that. And then she just started like just wearing this sad face and all of that. I said, I don't know what's happening to me and all of that. And seriously, nothing has changed in her life. She's still just there and no advancement, but she's not disciplining herself to do her part while I'm ready to do my part. She's still in the same spot. So we need to be careful not to be among the 97% who don't have clear, written, and detailed plans on how they're going to achieve their goals. According to Mark McCormick in his book, What They Still Don't Teach You at the Harvard University, these top 3% of goal setters are earning on average 10 times as much in the same period of time as those with no written goals at all. What does that mean? It means that according to this research by Mark, he did a research and he has stated that the 3% of the global population that set their goals consistently, get to achieve in life on average 10 times more than every other average person. Do you get that? And that's a fact. Like with a mentorship group, there are many mentees who are doing this that are achieving more than other mentees in the same group. Way more. Way more. There are mentees in the same group that makes 3 million francs income every week. There are some that started, they could not make 50,000 francs, but they can make 300,000 francs every week. You get the point? So you get to achieve more beyond your age group, beyond your peers, beyond even your colleagues, because you get to perform 10 times better than them, because you're doing things, you're doing an action that has both physical and professional ramifications and even spiritual impact on you, whether you like it or not. It just has this spiritual impact on your success journey. So powerful. So powerful. You can move yourself into the top rank of people living today by the simple act of sitting down with a pen and a paper and making a list of the things you want. Most people have never done this. So according to this research, you can become among the top performing personalities. You can become among the top performing personalities in your nation, in your country, in your sector, wherever, just by consistently respecting this particular skill or practice of creating time to write down your goals on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. The act of writing out a description of what you want to accomplish and what you intend to do to accomplish it over the next 3 to 5 years will change your life. This is one important thing. You now see that they didn't talk about 3 months. They didn't talk about 4 months. And let me categorically tell you something. You will see the impact of goal setting of this thing I'm telling you from 2 years and above. Although some people in the mentorship, for example, have seen it in a few months. So I've seen it in 5 months, in 6 months, some I've seen it in 8 months. But the best of their lives, I am targeting many of them in 2023. Yeah, mentees, you guys should know that now. Many of you, I am the best of your life will start manifesting from 2023. Some of the things you're experiencing right now, they're just a sign that, oh, you know what, you're on the path. They're giving you signs that, okay, you know what, something amazing is ahead of you. If you consistently do the activities scheduled for you consistently for the next 2 to 5 years, your life will so drastically change. There will be some forces. When you do this, you are releasing some forces to fight for you, with you, and by you. You become the engineer of your own personality, of your own future. And nothing is going to shake that. Nothing is going to shake that. Nothing. When you write down your goals, you immediately become a different person for that day, for that week, or for that month. Your attitude towards yourself and your future changes in a very positive way. I love this fact. I love this. When you begin to write down your goals, your attitude towards yourself, they say when you begin to love yourself, you begin to acknowledge yourself, you begin to celebrate yourself, you begin to commit yourself, you become this determined, resilient, focused person. Even look at life, I love who I'm becoming. I love who I am right now. You stop hating yourself. You stop feeling like you're a mediocre, you're an average person. You stop feeling as if your life is just to manage. You bypass that level long ago. You stop undervaluing yourself. Your attitude towards yourself becomes different. It becomes so different. And your attitude towards your future changes in a very positive way. Are you doing today what your future self will look back and say thank you? Oh, and let me tell you, a few days ago, I look back and I say, oh, there's a decision I made in 2012. A few days ago, I look back, I thank myself for making that kind of decision 10 years ago in 2012, September 2012. Oh, yes. There are many things that, this example, like even for us here at PPA, there are many of these things that maybe we're all these morning classes and this is what we do right now. You may not see the impact right now. But a few months from now, 1 year from now, 2 years from now, you look back and thank yourself. Oh, I thank my previous self for living up to the expectations of being part of the morning school, because I am now seeing the benefits. I am now seeing the impact of what is happening. And you're going to see the impact. Because this morning school is more spiritual than you think. Or you think I just come and teach like this? Oh, no, I don't. I tell God what I want to happen in the lives of people I'm talking about. I tell God, oh, this is what I want to happen to people. I pray about it. I say, when everybody listen to this, may they be restless in their spirit. May they be restless regarding their goals. May they not sleep in peace until they are doing what they have to do. Oh, yes, there is. I know there's a research who says that when you listen to somebody consistently, their spirit leaves them and enter to you. That's why when if you're a serious trainer or a serious speaker, when after you have taught, you feel drained, not really physically, you feel drained in a certain way. Something has left you and entered the people that were listening to you. Now you need to be careful. There's people that people can hypnotize you just by speaking to you. Do you guys know that? Somebody can initiate you by just talking to you. Oh, yes. Speech is very powerful. What are the most, one of the most dangerous spiritual tools in the spirit realm? So this is just beyond training. This is just beyond speaking. There is a certain level of influence with a positive impact on your destiny, on your career, on that business that you're trying to build. When you write down your goals, you feel more confident and more optimistic. You feel more in control and in command of your life. Best of all, when your goals and plans are in writing, the probabilities of you accomplishing them increases 10 times or by about 1,000 times. The setting of goals gives you a feeling of power, purpose, and forward direction. The setting of goals, the writing down of goals, give you a feeling of power, purpose, and forward direction. Goal setting puts you in charge of your life and makes you feel terrific about yourself and about your future. This is why goal setting is called the master skill of success, people. Goal setting and goal writing is called the master skill of success. It is the one skill that is probably more important in your overall happiness and well-being than any other skill that you can develop. It puts you in the driver's seat of your destiny. It puts you in the driver's seat of your life. It puts you in the driver's seat of your career. It puts you in the driver's seat of your business. So I want to challenge you today. My charge to you today is never face a day aimlessly. Never face a day without priorities. Never face a day living it to chance. And if you're planning your day and you see a gap in your day, fill it with something. Fill it with a book. Fill it to listen to one of our sessions. Fill it with something that when you do it, it advances the course of your life. That's why you end up, man, you watch film now. That's a sign of a lazy, goalless, aimless human being. You just pick any activity and you fit it into your day and you waste an hour, 2 hours doing nothing that is significant. A friend just calls you, oh, come, let's go and sit and drink. You just carry your big head and you're going like that. Did you have it in your plan to go drink? I remember refused one of my mates not to go to Yaoundé. No, she was, I think she's in Bamenda. Yes, Bamenda, not to go to Yaoundé. And she said, so I want to go to Yaoundé. And I asked her, did you put in your plan for this week? She said, no. So why are you going to do Yaoundé? How important is it to your career? Tell me. And she could not give me an answer. I said, okay, so you're not going. It was not in your plan for the week that you're traveling to Yaoundé, right? She said, yes. And it's not very urgent regarding your immediate career right now, your business. You say, yes. So why are you going? A friend is one or two things, and John went to Peter, Peter went to Paul, and all of that. Well, you write all your grammar, and I will just tell you, so I'll just send you a two-letter word. No. Find something else and fit into that time that you had. So you have to leave Bamenda to Yaoundé is averagely 6 hours journey. So you have 6 hours to sit in the car just to go to Yaoundé for something you did not plan, for something that has no significant increase in your life. Are you serious right now with your life doing that? Something is wrong somewhere with you. I bet you something is significantly wrong with you if you do that. Very, very wrong with you. So writing down your goals from today, people, it is one skill that is probably more important to your overall happiness and well-being than any other skill that you can develop. It puts you in the driver's seat of your life. Here's my assignment to you, people. Here's my assignment to you today. Take out a piece, take out a book, letter in the day, during this week, weekend, whatever, and make a list of 10 things you want to achieve over the next 12 months. For those who did not, this goes mostly with those who did not attend the retreat that we did to prepare 2022. That's one of the actions that we did was for people to write down their 12 months growth action plans. Each month of this year, there should be one significant goal, one major goal that you have put down that you're going to achieve. Like I think it's one of the mentees, one of his goals was to lay down the foundation of his house in Yaoundé. And of course, he did that. And that particular goal will be achieved and that burden lifted. The next goal will be, okay, you know what, I'm going to raise the walls, or in April, I'm going to put the roofs, whatever, right? But you start, you get it done. You see? You could just, okay, you know what, I'm going to save this amount of money and do this. But by all means, make sure that every month there is this one major significant goal that when you achieve for that month, it advances your life tremendously forward. So if this is your first time, create time and do that. Write out your your goals, your 10 goals for the next 10 months that you want to achieve, and write the goals in present tense. Write them as though that you have already achieved them, right? Use the word I, right? I I am earning 1 million francs monthly income. I have laid the foundation of my house. I have bought my land. I have done. So write them in present tense so that you're giving your subconscious and superconscious mind a job, a goal to know that this is something that must be done. So the overall charge for this is don't face your week aimlessly. Don't face your days aimlessly. Make sure you have a priority list written down with goals and action plans on how you are going to achieve that. All right, people, that is it for today. We can take comments and questions and we round up.